here.
And what am I looking at?
This was the long tunnel. So from where you took the picture, where the deity was, I made mention initially there was a space.
Yes.
So they journeyed through to this point. They will exit to another point to the side. Females will join them. They move through to the door of no return. So this is just a portion. A soldier keeps an eye on them while they move. They command them to move faster. Another one will be out there
the hall.
to make a head count of the number of captives they are moving.
Okay.
So this is just a portion.
Got you. Thank you.
Now from the faith chamber in the male slave diamond.
Okay. They will exit from here.
Through to this place. So initially there was no blockage either to the entrance or to the exit. And so they exit from here. Females will join them. They go through to the door of no return. The door of no return initially was here. The door very short and narrow, designed for one person at a time. And so the captives in chains and shackles, they bend down, they are forced through this door. At a point, sea water was coming into the castle to distract their activities. And so they blocked this point, channeled the door to the other direction. And so initial door of the final blockage of the tunnel to finally mark the end of the slave trade.
So this is the other side of the wall that we saw where the temple was.
Road to move them from the faith chamber in the slave dungeon through to this point.
Okay.
So just a road to connect them to the door of no return.
This
So
was
when
the
the
door of
ships
no
are in,
return.
they wouldn't want to even see them marching around in chains and shackles, probably. So that's why they channel them underground. And there are instances that people who come in here, they wouldn't even see the daylight, so they move them away from here.
And you were saying many of them went blind.
Yeah, many of them went blind. This was a punishment for females who resisted rape from the European officials. So they didn't bring their wives.
Men's, I know they suffer a lot, but for women's, my God, I can't even imagine how many were raped. They were pregnant on those ships already, they were. And then you see the face of the kids, this is the person who just did that to everybody.
Exactly. So when they resist pregnancy, the females would come back to serve their intended purpose. And so stronger ones are held in the dungeons to serve as commercial captives. They will be shipped away. The weaker ones in the castle to serve as domestic slaves to help to do the chores in the castle. And for their children, they were schooling up there. So I made mention the church at a point in time was converted into a school for the mulattoes or the mixed race children. They were schooling up there. And most of them grew up taking up to whatever their fathers were doing in here. And so clerks, administrators, slave masters, interpreters in this very castle. And they lost contact with their mothers because a lot of them, their mothers were shipped away. And even those that their mothers are in here, looking at the number of children in here, looking at the age they took their children away from them, they wouldn't be able to even identify that these are their children. So they lost total contact with their mothers. So that was the state of the pregnant captives. And if you are not fortunate, they find you pregnant on board, and probably they'll have to throw you overboard. And there are two chambers here. The other chamber to our opposite, and each of them held about 150 to 200 female captives. In all two chambers, about 300 to 400 held in here at a time. There are all sorts of light and ventilation. The three holes you see up here, just as you saw in the main scene down there. Together with this one, and this one has about some partitions. So this is what in case they want to keep an eye on them or they want to select some of them to be raped, through this file they peep through to do whatever they wanted in here. And here they wanted the females because of reproduction, so that when they get to the plantations, they select some of the males. So they wanted people very energetic, strong and tall. And so they select some of the males with a feature like that. They force them to mate with the females so that they will give birth. When they give birth, these children automatically they grow up to become slaves on the plantations. And so they are motive for they wanting females for reproduction and more of the men for the active work on the plantations. And here they did everything here, just as we saw in the male slave dungeon. Urinate, go to toilet here. Sometimes they fed them in here.